T. Cruikshank here with some more time to bring forth some inspiration about salvation. I'm still in the area of English. I'm in the area of agreement here. In the area of agreement, I have some more presentation to present here pertaining to this topic and what the more is. The area of agreement here in the rhythm of English, I like to put it. So there is the area that comes to mind is or comes to play, say, or comes about a focus. I can use as an example. Places to be there in the moment's time when I fellowship with the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit when I'm in second grade. And I was in earlier presentation the perfect tense, progressive tense, uh, and where there was the hammer was a football, then the football became a hammer again. So first the hammer, football, then came back to the hammer. In that area, I presented this presentation once before. It's the area where during the segment there was the asking of Terrell, how tall are you? I said 6 feet, 6 feet tall, right? I gave the explanation so that I can always, off the top of things, make a forward progressive connection with the opposite gender that man was game to enjoy themselves in life. I go on about how there was the presenting of in a moment's time where able to grab the array that comes from the womb as a male spirit, right? If the male wants a vehicle, you go to the helpmate. Man wants a house, you go to the helpmate. Man wants a career, you go to the helpmate. Man wants clothes, helpmate. Even needs, you go to the helpmate. The helpmate. That's the whole organizing that God did in the garden on top of what He gave Adam and Adam, right? And then the keeping up with that origin here in 2021 on through from then up to now. And so, how tall you want to go? So when I say 6 feet, because and not having all that stagnant, being able to from off the top of things, make connection with the opposite gender, man and woman, woman and man, so that man can go forward in his needs, so that man can go forward in his desires. Uh, so now in this area, this is where I find the first personality. He's presenting that to him, 5 plus 8 always equals 1 13. Now, I mentioned that so I'm 5'8", 5'8", 5'9", right? Where he pretty much presents Terrell to me. 5 plus 8 always equals 1 Corinthians 13. This was accommodating to him, presenting that moment's time about how what he's teaching and inspiring the human being about is they come from the womb. Already from the get-go, where he has in mind that child honoring their parents. And so now the rest, and doing my homework, I find is finding those areas where we can do just that, honor our parents. And height being an area. We're taking height after our parents, right? And now way all else we're within it in height, and desire and need, or need and desire. But in the area of how tall are our parents? What was the height of our parents? The height of our mom, the height of our dad, right? And where we have opportunities to honor our parents by grabbing our height from the height that they were, right? So with that, in agreement. Now this is more of when things are not in agreement. Okay. Already it's like to say speaking for that moment time, the story speaking for itself to say because I'm 6 foot. I say 6 feet tall. How tall are you? Well, 6 feet tall. And there is afterwards there was first personality pretty much explaining about how to him 5 plus 8 always equals 13. 5'8" is not 6 feet tall, right? But again, find the first personality presented. 5 plus 8 to me will always equals 13. That giving opportunity to further and along in that moment's time of fellowship about honoring one's parents. Something that he has in mind as soon as the child comes from parents, right? Come from and so there's the area of when two subjects are connected by or either by or either Or neither, nor. The verb agrees. One more time. When two subjects are connected by or, either, or, or neither, nor. The verb agrees with the nearest subject. Okay? The verb agrees with the nearest subject. The nearest subject. The nearest subject. How tall, Terrell, do you want to grow? 6 feet tall. What's the nearest subject? That's like translating itself about honoring our parents. Soon we come from the womb. How tall was the mom? Say the child is, where the child get that height? When the dad was this height, the mom was that height. Question mark. So the nearest subject into this opportunity that where comes from the first person doing that about from the get go. He's already pertaining to that nearest subject. The child comes from the womb, some nearest subject here, parents. All right. So the verb agrees with the nearest subject. In the rest of the illustration, then someone is measuring. Now, moving along for that moment of time, grasping that, and grasping that. Okay, moving along from that, and now we have with many indefinite pronouns. With many indefinite pronouns. The verb is third person singular. Okay, we'll get putting this together here. And so now we have someone is measuring the height of each man and woman. Someone is measuring the height of each man and woman. One more time. With many indefinite pronouns. The verb is third person singular. Someone is measuring the height of each man and woman. Someone is measuring the height of each man and woman. How tall do you would be for the secretary to 6 foot tall? So that I could always, off the top of things, make connection with opposite gender. Coming from whom, as a male spirit, I was able to pick up on forever. Only thing in life, the helpmate, the woman that was gave to man. The house goes to helpmate. Not myself, not even say the fellow male padre, or the fellow male American citizen, or the fellow of humanity, fellow male of humanity, goes to the helpmate, the woman, pertaining to the needs and the desires, right? So, in being able to get into all that for self from off the top of things, to say to alleviate and conquer the stagnant that will uphold things from even happening. 6 foot tall. To go along with someone is measuring the height of each man. And again, that's picking up with many indefinite pronouns. The verb is third person singular. Also giving an opportunity at Isaiah 7:3 pick up that third person is singular, or the third person singular, representing the presentation how the fellowship and doing the fellowship in first person fellowship will be about. Isaiah 7:3. He was born 7/3/76 in Isaiah 7:3. I found Poolersville, I better for Fairfield, where I'm at right now, Fairfield, California, and that's where I graduated my 8 semester of college here in Fairfield, California, and so also there is when two subjects are connected by or, either, or, or neither. Not R, A-R-E, but or, or, either, or neither, nor. The verb agrees with the nearest subject. Where we use this in here. Okay, So that's pretty much it. One time, when two subjects are connected by or either or are or neither nor the verb agrees with the nearest subject, and that gave opportunity to grasp at when doing a fellowship where the 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 nearest subject was in the area of the child honoring parents, right? As soon as the child comes from the womb, the nearest subject being the parents to honor. Okay. And then in conclusion, one more time, with other indefinite pronouns, use well with many indefinite pronouns. There we go. The verb is third person singular. Someone is measuring the height of each man and woman. I found that interesting. I thought I'd present that also. Again, and the wind's blowing, but again, I'm continuing presentation. It's worthwhile. I find it still presentable, so that I present it here. Again, I found this interesting also, and how the English rhythm here, and thoughts of my English degree was capitalized, and I'm using it, and it's bringing me to when I'm fellowshipping there in second grade with the first personality, second personality, third personality, Godhead. Okay. So with this, I'm asking Lord to bless the presentation. Bless the presentation, Lord. Let it do what you may need it to do, what you may want it to do. Yes, sir. In Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. All right, again, next time, you guys, too great. T. Crookshank said. Peace.